Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Kiger 22 here. Just finished my workout today. So. You got your good days, you got your bad days. I was tired, and I pushed it as hard as I was going to. Got done what I wanted to, but it could have been more intense. The weights, I believe I stated earlier that I'm not going above 205 on the bench press, and I felt strong, and I did quite a few sets of that, 5-7 reps at 205. I decided that I wasn't going to go for max. I might at the end of the season, at the end of the kayak season, but for now, no. I don't want to risk injury, and that's where I'm smarter this year than I was last year and previous years. And you always got to go. I got to go 225. I got to do 235. In 2017, the longest trip I did, I benched 245, but I paid the price. That was, what the heck was that, 4 years ago? Doesn't seem like a long time ago, but I was 53. At 53 to 57, there is quite a bit of difference. I've noticed that in my body. So for the older athletes out there, the mid 40s plus age group, you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Got my 30 minutes of cardio out on the elliptical. I like that. Did 15 minutes high intensity on the rowing machine, 3,300 plus meters in 15 minutes. That's hoofing. If I would have done 30 minutes, I would have done over 7,000. So, and I haven't done that over a year. So I really felt good about that. Pull-ups, I didn't do any weighted pull-ups. I just did, 5-7 reps with my body weight, and then just did those repeatedly. So yeah, it was a good workout. I'm satisfied. I didn't want to overdo it today. I wanted a good hard workout, but nothing super hard to where I felt like crap. And number one, I got to work 14 plus hours. I'm en route to work now. And also, I'm going to get out on the water this Saturday for the first time this season. Depending on the conditions, it's supposed to be 70 degrees. I'd like to get a 12-mile trip in. So, and when you do that first trip, at least for kayakers, and I'm sure for runners or any long distance event or any actually event, athletes period, you work different muscles. You can sit there in the gym for 10 hours, and that's great. But if you got a specific event, you're going to work at least one different muscle differently, and you're going to feel the soreness, or you're going to feel the need to stretch or something. So what I'm going to do on Wednesday is I'm going to do just a standard workout from home. Get on the elliptical, I'll do the bands and stuff. That's great. That's not going to change. But Friday, Good Friday, I still plan on doing a workout on Good Friday. I'll go to church afterwards, but I'm going to do an hour and a half, and I'm going to do the rowing machine for 15 minutes. I'm going to do the elliptical probably for 30, keep my cardio up. I'm going to do some light bench pressing, 185, 155. I'm going to do the hydraulics, which I love. I'll do that for 15 minutes. And do some light pull-ups, or maybe some pull downs, at 155 and 175, and just work all of my muscle groups. Battle rope, I'm going to do that. That's a must. So I get about an hour and a half, but I'm going to work it hard. I'm going to work at fast-paced and high intensity, because what I want to do is I want to see where I'm at for Saturday. So if I do like a 12-15 mile trip on Saturday, which is about half of the standard trip that I do, you get a good idea of where you're at physically. Mentally, I've been training for this for the last month and a half. I've been picturing every bend, every turn. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do the opposite way or the normal way I do it. The opposite way, if there's a headwind, it'll be towards my back, which is good. But I'm not going to do the entire chain either. I'm just going to do the upper chain. I'm going to do that several times. You know, there's 4 small lakes, something like that. And just get a nice pace, get my rhythm, get the balance of the boat again, get a feel for the paddle. You know, when you're off for 8 months, it makes a huge difference. And, you know, like a bicyclist, I want to do a 50-mile bike ride. I know I can bike 50 miles, but I haven't done it in quite a long time. So, you know, I haven't done 25 since the year before last. I think maybe I did a 25 last year. But it's like any event. If you haven't done it in, you know, several months, you got to get back into it. Like sore muscles, the tendons, stretch, and that's another thing I'm trying to do is I got to learn how to stretch my boat. Another thing I do, but the water's too cold, is I purposely jump out of my boat in the middle lake and get myself back in it. So I'm practicing safety as well, you know, self-rescue, that type of thing. There's a couple of things I got to buy yet for the boat. I got to buy a light for it, mount that. I got solar powered battery charger that'll be here Wednesday, like 3200 milliamp or something like that. That'll be able to charge a couple of devices, several phones, one for photos, one for tracking. And I'm at about a month and a half before I'm actually scheduled to do my trip, so I'm getting really excited about it. The cause, of course, is veteran suicide awareness, and I'm ready. My body is ready. I'm mentally ready. Now I just got to do it. Now I got to get the boat time in too. You know, get time out in the water. Get my, you know, for a cyclist, they get that saddle time. You get your butt in that seat because your butt gets sore. Well, the same thing with kayaking too. You know, you got to find out where your balance is and practice. I got 5 paddle strokes I use, so I got to get back into those and everything. And also August 21st, I've talked about it, I've thought about it, and talked to a couple of people that I know really well, and they said definitely go for it. There's a Fox River kayak race. It's kind of out in the valley, what we call the valley by Berlin, Wisconsin, that type of thing. And there's an 8-mile and there's a 17-mile. I think it's 8.5, which is halfway. And then a 17-mile trip. And I'm going to enter it. I think I'm going to enter it today. And that's August 21st. I'm doing nothing just to see how I do. I know I can do the distance, but see where I can do it as far as... I don't think that they have it broken down in age group and boat class, but I want to see for myself. I don't get too selfish when I'm kayaking. At first I did. It was all about me. And then I started putting others and finding a special, you know, events or people or something like, you know, veteran suicide awareness. I'm a vet. I can't think of anything, you know, that's a top priority for me to do this year. And if God allows me to feel good about it, that's great. But I've been training for this race. I'm prepared for it. So yeah, I just want to see where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna enter it today, and then just keep doing what I'm doing. So, you know, I see that there's a couple of subscribers. You guys got comments? Please throw some in. You got questions? Throw some in. I'm not a personal trainer, but I have trained and I can answer specific questions. I got a great role model in Tracy Lynn Martin. If you don't know who that is, kayakers, boaters, or people with rheumatoid arthritis, look her up. Tracy Lynn Martin. I've had the honor of talking to her on the phone 2 years ago. And I believe that she is the only person to have kayaked all the Great Lakes, or the 3 majors, Superior, Michigan, and Huron, in 1 year. she attempted to do all of them in that same year, but missed it by like 250 miles because of the weather. She's an amazing person. She's inspirational. I've talked to her on text and stuff like that, and she's been just wonderful giving me advice. But she is my role model, and when it comes to this sport, and I look up to her, and she's just kudos. Tracy, if you ever see this, kudos to you. Thank you for your help. So yeah, check her out, guys and gals. Anyway, I gotta go get some chow. I gotta get some carbs, meat, and some protein. So look forward to comments and questions, and I don't know, throw a smile at me, and hey, you've got to throw a thumbs down. If you're gonna throw a thumbs down, let me know why. Just do it respectfully, okay? God bless, and look forward to seeing you again.